Mandu, what does that look like?
Two things. The first one is I believe we call it the BFR methodology, big, fast, result methodology. There are 8 steps that one has to do. One, in this 8-step methodology, we got to make sure that the leaders agree the priorities first. We don't move until the whole cabinet say these are the priorities and the rest are not priorities. Number 2, we need to get people in what we call labs, get the best and the brightest folks in the government, plus the private sector, plus the NGOs, lock them in the room for 8 weeks full time to analyze the problems and come with solution. We call it the labs, like Hotel California. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. For 8 weeks, you stay there. The third thing that we needed to do, then exhibit the recommendation to the whole public through an open day. Get the public to come out and say what they like, what they don't like. Fourth, publish the commitments for what we intend to deliver publicly to the public, exactly in excruciating detail. And the reason why that's important is to make the government completely pregnant. I mean, when you are pregnant, there's only one consequence: you got to deliver. So that's why we wanted them pregnant. And by the way, that document is one of the most difficult documents to publish, because no government wants to put detailed promises, so precise, because there's no place to hide. And fifth, when that's released, we then give targets to all the ministers individually, clearly, to execute those. 6, get people to run and implement this monthly steering committee meeting, problem-solving meeting, weekly dashboard to see whether they're delivering it. 7, we make sure that there's an assessment every 6 months on the results, and then validate it with external auditor. In our cases, PwC audit the results, whether it's real or not real. And on 8, we then must publish in great detail the scores of the performance of every minister and put it in the public domain. If you come to the Pemandu website, you will know who is the highest performing minister, the lowest performing minister, what they have delivered, what they haven't delivered is there too. So that 8th step is what they call BFR methodology. The other thing that was needed, I return, the second thing that's needed is leadership intervention. Along the entire chain, you need leaders to put pressure for stretch targets, impossible targets. And that's absolutely critical. Number 2, leaders must be prepared to get their hands dirty, walk the talk. And absolutely important. And number 3, leaders must be held accountable. And without accountability, and I mean it at the name level basis, when you say accountable, you cannot say my ministry, I am accountable. We have one minister that said, if I don't achieve the targets on improving, reducing the blackout in the particular state, which is a very tall target, he said if I don't achieve by the end of the year, he would resign. And he made a public commitment that he would resign. I actually told him, Peter, his name is Peter, I'm pretty sure by the end of the year you have no job. Because never in 10 years did we ever achieve a target like that. It was a 50% reduction in what is called System Average Interruption Duration Index. That means the reduction in the number of blackout that is experienced in that particular state. But, you know, he pulled everybody together to make sure that they achieve it, because he knew that if he didn't achieve that, he was out of a job by December. Good news, he did